We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Friday edition of the Stay Cashin show. If you notice me and Bill's attention focused to the left, it's because we have the Mets with the bases loaded, no outs. Proceeded to have an Alonso strikeout, stared at strike three. And then McNeil, Bill, just stared at strike three. So now we're 2-0 on Marcana. We would like runs here very badly. Rackets would like no runs here very badly. We're on opposite sides of this. And he swings at ball three.
Man, this guy can't throw a pitch.
No, he can't throw a strike, and he keeps swinging it, dude. It's fucking 2-0. With the bases loaded, the ball's in the fucking dirt. Why are you swinging?
The Mets should have 8 runs. This pitcher's so bad.
I mean, this is insane. We gotta just sweat this at bat here.
There's ball 4.
There's ball 4. 3-1.
Unreal.
I mean, dude, what a disaster. Anyway, Rackets, since you're out watching it, you're gonna live vicariously through our comments. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm great. I'm 2 pitches behind, which is not good.
Wow, you're about to find out what's happening right now on a 3-1 pitch.
And he swings at ball 5.
Swings at ball 5. Dude, he hasn't thrown a strike this whole at bat. The Mets are a disaster.
I looked. I see the pitch thing, the little box. All 5 are below the strike zone.
I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, Scotty, I'm not rooting for the Mets. I'm rooting for runs. I figured home opener. Cabrera can't find a strike zone ever. They Mets tee off on him every time.
There's ball 6.
There's ball 6. It's now 6-0 on actually no 5. Yeah, 6-0 on Marcana. 6-0 count to the batter, and we got fucking Vogelsuck on deck. So we're probably gonna need to do it right now. And the pitch is coming in.
There's ball 7.
There's ball 7. All right. So Bill, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Did he fucking walk him?
I don't know. We're watching. We're watching it now. He walked him 7 times. Yeah. So he should have walked.
He threw 7 balls in a row.
Yeah.
I'm getting really aggravated.
7 balls in a row here. We're not going to start the show until this at-bat's over. I'm just telling you that right now because I can't focus. Cabrera's staring in. There's no way there's a 20-second clock on him. Did you see before? I think Alonso got 2 balls called on the clock thing. Did you see that, Bill?
No, the other guy did because he fell down. Yeah.
He had like 2 balls called him. 3-2 count. Pitch coming in.
Ball 8.
Ball 9. Let's go. All right, we got to run. We're on the board.
Calm the fuck on, dude.
I mean, you should have got out of that. Man, you shouldn't have got out of that.
I mean, technically, they should have scored like.
Yeah, they should have scored like 5
runs. But
all right, 1-0 Mets.
That is still bullshit.
Looks like we're coming out, maybe taking the pitcher out. All right. So we got the over in the Mets game here. The fact that it's 0-0 is crazy right now, but we will get on with the show. So on today's show, we have MLB bets for you guys. We got a bunch of games today at 3 o'clock going on forward. The bulk of the action, I think, is from 3 to 4 in that range. So you got a lot of bets on the show here that you can put in right when we get off or live on air. We got a huge UFC card coming up. Constantino will be joining us at the end. We got the Izzy fight and a bunch of other Masvidal, a bunch of other great fights on that card. We'll recap and touch on the Masters a little bit, what's going on there. Our boy D-Rock is fucking D-rocking out of control. He wasn't able to be on the show this week, but he's won 17 straight head-to-heads, Bill. 17 straight head-to-heads. Yeah.
A lot of heads.
That's a lot of heads to a lot of other heads. So you guys got to get the fuck over to the site ASAP. Aber's been on fire with baseball. I think he's up almost 100 units in like a week. I pretty much swept every game yesterday, just a couple small losses in between on like props and third inning shit. But I think I hit for 30 units last night. Bill, you're still hot, killing everything. Rackets is hot. We're on fire. We're absolutely on fire, out of control. Baseball season is here. Get over to 4 Deep Bets. If you guys see on the bottom of the screen, you will notice that we have a special. Buy 2 months, get 1 month free. Just go buy the 3-month package. That'll carry you for the next 3 months, and you're getting a month free in that deal. So get over that. It's all sports. That is not just MLB. That is every sport we have. That's the full VIP package. So go over to 4deepbets.com, sign up, rock with us for the next 90 days, and we're fucking killing it. Yesterday, college hockey. We fucking ran college hockey out of the building. So a lot going on, a lot of fun shit. E, let us know what's popping right now.
Well, let's do the eating first.
You want to do that now?
Yeah, because my mind is ready.
Okay. Well, so me and Bill are going to do a taste test.
What?
What was that? I heard some shit.
I put a YouTube on.
Your Pornhub popped up?
YouTube.
All right. So we're going to do the taste test now. Evan, you are in the TikTok generation. Have you heard of either of these things? We have the big thing that everyone's trying right now is the Peepsy.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Okay. And Bill has a fruit roll-up thing he's doing.
I don't like Peeps. So
yeah, Bill got this and was going to do it,
Pepsi,
but he hates Peeps, and I love Peeps. So I'm going to give a very biased. I can't imagine this is going to be bad.
Out of 10.
I mean, I don't know why they're calling it Pepsi times Peeps. It should be Peepsy.
Yeah, they.
Don't take my trademark.
They missed a big.
What, you said that, Rackets?
Yeah, I thought I was making fun of Bill. I'm like, you totally missed Peepsy.
I mean, how's it not Peepsy?
It should be Peepsy.
I mean, me and you, fucking first thing we look at this, come up with Peepsy. Like, how is this not Peepsy? So while Bill's doing something, Rackets, which is you take a fruit roll up and then you put ice cream in it and then you fold it over in like a ball and then you put it in the freezer for like 10 minutes. So Bill's going to try that. Bill, who would you like to go first, Evan?
You. I think Bill's combination is a little more interesting. So
okay,
I think we
all right. So what we'll do me is, and Vogelback is the worst fucking player. Oh my God, no one covered first. 2-0. Let's go. All right, so I will do the Peepsy challenge.
No one covered first.
No one covered first. That fat fuck just rolled there. All right, ready?
He was motoring.
You don't taste it at first. I mean, it's good. I could drink one of them.
That's it?
It's good. It's good.
Is it super sweet?
It's like it's got the Peep aftertaste, but it tastes just like Pepsi at first. It's almost like a creamsicle kind of.
Mm.
I'm not a big soda person, but
out of 10, what are you giving it?
7. 7.1.
Flat 7? Oh, 7.1.
7.1.
It's pretty high.
Rookie. I don't want to do a rookies. I mean, it's good. I like Peeps, but I mean, it's not. You can't drink like it. I don't know. It's a weird combo. It's like drinking if you mixed a creamsicle and a root beer. That's kind of what it's like. It's interesting. It's got a few different. Every sip, it tastes a little different on the aftertaste. But I'll give that 7.1. Yeah.
Well, on TikTok, they're doing
Bill hate it.
Fruit roll up.
Oh, I like it now. Yeah, it stays with you. It stays pee-pee with you later. 7.4.
Take a fruit roll up. You stretch it out. You scoop ice cream inside. Roll it up into a ball. Put it in the freezer for 10 minutes, and you get this.
What the fuck is that?
A fruit
Hold it closer, Bill.
With ice cream.
So it's a fruit roll-up shell with ice cream in the middle.
Here we go.
2-0, Mets. You got to do it on camera. You can't even see it. Yeah, what the fuck? You ducked your head. Well, now you just look like a monkey eating an apple.
What kind of ice cream is that? Vanilla?
Vanilla.
Okay. And?
Not bad.
No. Well,
out of 10.
6.
Flat 6.
Not good.
It's not good.
It's not the best. I was expecting way better.
I'm dropping this to a 6.9 because I don't want to finish it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great for it's great for like a sip or two. I liked it, but I'm gonna have to change this score to 6.9. Doug in the chat, 1999 to start it off. 40 unit day yesterday. He said, "Sign up if you like money." We appreciate it, Doug. That's what we do over here. We just fucking slay, just fucking crazy slaying day after day. All right, Evan, what do we?
Jennifer Aniston said this was the best thing that she's ever had. So.
I'm going to have to try it, too. Bill brought me fruit roll-ups on his fruit roll-up journey, so I just got to fucking mix it with some ice cream and give it a shot. So I'll give you a score on that later. Evan, what do we got for headlines here? I can't drink soda, dude. I'm going to be burping all show.
Well, for the 87th time, the 95th reporter says that the Aaron Rodgers Jets deal will get done on day one of the draft. There's a quote that says, "A lot of this deal, I'm told, remains pretty much done."
It is done. It's been done since I said it was done 3 weeks ago. It's done. It's just a matter of what they're going to do. And see, now I've got fucking, I don't know how you guys drink soda all day. The one thing I will say is that it's going to get done exactly how we said, Evan. The Jets have the leverage up until the draft. They're going to wait till the last minute. The Packers are insane if they don't capitalize on draft capital right now with the draft Jets on this trade, knowing they're going to be a good team next year. So the Jets have the leverage right now. It'll get done before the draft for sure. And first next year, I think will be where we land.
Agreed.
Is Rackets frozen? Was he frozen or was he
frozen like your fruit roll up? By the way, for the bets so far, if any of you are not members of 4D Bets, which I know a lot of you aren't, We do have the over in the Marlins Mets game. You could still get 6.5 minus 130. I don't hate that right now, so you could still get in on that if you'd like. That over 6.5 minus 130 on FanDuel. I also had Arias to get a hit today, parlayed with Chris Bryant to get a hit later. Arias has already achieved his hit status, so we're just sitting on Chris Bryant in the Rockies game later. Evan, back to you.
The Bruins are 1 win away from tying the NHL record with 62 wins in a season, and we have 4 games left, so that's huge.
I think you're going to do it.
I think we're going to beat it.
I think you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a good feeling that you're going to win one of the next 4. Probably 3 of the next
2. Yeah, they better. We play the Red Wings. We play the Red Wings.
What do you think the score of that game is going to be? 17-0?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah. What's the line on that? There's no games today, is there?
No, it's tomorrow or Sunday.
Why is there no hockey games today?
Season's slowing down. It's almost playoffs. There's only, a couple games left. So
I understand that. I mean, just have 0 games for the day. Very interesting. All right. What else we got in the headlines?
You guys want to talk more about Reese, Angel Reese?
I know Bill does.
Fuck that girl.
Bill, what do you got to say about fucking Angel Kaepernick?
Well, she's the new poster girl for, everything social justice, I guess. Jill Biden came out and said that they should invite both teams to the White House because the game was so big and all the girls deserve it. And Angel Reese says, no, they shouldn't, which, listen, I kind of agree with her on that a little bit. I think only the winners should go.
But who the fuck are you, bro? You're a 19-year-old girl talking shit. I mean, listen, say what you want about Biden's. You don't talk shit to the fucking first lady as a fucking 19-year-old girl.
She then says that we should not go to the White House and celebrate with Barack and Michelle Obama instead. So she's totally making it a race thing right there, just right off the bat. Then her teammates come out and say, no, we want to go to the White House. Basically telling her to shut up. We want to go there. And then she says, oh, well, I'll do whatever my teammates want to do to make unity. But I will not accept Jill Biden's apology.
You're sure about that sentence? I'm just asking. I want to make sure because I want to comment on it. I want to make sure it's not a Rupp date. If any of you guys either in the chat or here, Rackets or Evan, heard that she actually said she will not accept Joe Biden's apology.
I haven't heard her say that she won't accept it. I think she did. I think she did imply it.
All right, no, listen. If she said
Reese made a suggestion after saying that she was not inclined to accept an apology from Jill Biden for suggesting that both LSU and runner-up Iowa be invited to the White House.
Say that sentence about the apology.
Reese
say that.
Made the suggestion.
No. Don't do the beginning. Just the last part, the apology part.
After saying she was not inclined to accept an apology from Jill Biden.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah, that's enough.
Both LSU and...
Who the fuck does this bitch think she is? I mean, this girl is literally the most annoying girl in the history of the fucking world. She has gone from good female basketball player to the most annoying girl in the history of the world. My favorite thing is when these athletes do something, they take a social stand, and it's not even black-white stuff all the time. Sometimes it's climate change or fucking China, whatever the fuck it is. But when they take this stand because they know it's going to help boost their status amongst a specific group of people or LGBTQ or climate change or Black Lives Matter or whatever it is, they do this for personal reasons because they're finally known and starting to blow up, and then pretend they're doing something so brave for everyone, speaking up for, like, what did she do, Bill? She fucking gave the "you can't see me" sign to fucking Caitlin Clark, and she's acting like she's, I think McGill just fucking snapped his ankle.
Dead.
McGill's dead. McGill just got hit with a line drive in the ankle. He's not going
to
another Mets injury.
Well, we did get good news today. Verlander will be back at the end of the month.
Oh, great.
Verlander will be back.
Go on, be hurt, McGill. Yeah, I mean, these people do these like stands and they act like they're doing it for fucking social justice. They're just doing it because Angel Reese, you were fucking irrelevant. You're a good female basketball player. You were irrelevant until you played Caitlin Clark in the finals. No one cared about that game. No one cared about LSU. They cared about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark dropped 40 a game. Caitlin Clark knocked off a team in South Carolina that hasn't lost in fucking a year and a half. And Caitlin Clark was what we were all tuning in for. Stop pretending like we were tuning in for you. No one knew who you were fucking a month ago.
The only thing I knew her as was the girl who wore fake eyelashes and did her hair to play a basketball game.
And pretended she was thug and talks like the whitest girl in the
Other than that, you're just shut up and dribble and play your stupid game where you're gonna make like $30,000 a year, you freaking loser.
She's gonna be irrelevant in fucking 2 years.
Garbage, bro. She's not. She's average at best.
No, that's where I would disagree. She's an elite.
Average at best.
She is an elite female basketball player. She's probably the best. Yes, dude, she's top 5 in the entire college game. She is.
No, she's not.
That's where you're wrong. But that doesn't matter because no one can name who's second, third, fourth, or fifth. No one cares about fucking women's basketball. It doesn't matter if you drop 20 and 15. No one cares. They care about Caitlin Clark. That's it. And that's why both teams should be at the White House, because this is a big thing for women. You think you're doing something for your sport and for your gender? No, you're not, because no one gives a fuck about women's basketball. And no one will give a fuck about women's basketball tomorrow. You should bring both teams there because you have the face of women's basketball in Caitlin Clark, and you have a great representation where you can fucking push your sport. Now you look like a fucking idiot, and good. Fuck you. Now everyone hates you. Congratulations. You're going to be living in the fucking Jamel Hill dreamland for the next fucking 2 weeks. Then you'll be just as irrelevant as her in fucking a month. Rackets, what's your take on this before we move on?
Couldn't care less about women's basketball.
All right, next topic.
Israel Adesanya has been wearing a dog collar lately.
Yes, it's from a movie. I forget what movie. He's big into like all the fucking anime and movies and sci-fi and fucking fanfic, all that fucking weird mythical stuff. But it's from a movie, The Dog Collar. I forget what it is.
Got you.
We'll ask Mike when he comes on.
Pandemonium chatted $5 says, does DraftKings work in Florida? I can't get FanDuel past Virginia. I don't believe it works in Florida. I don't think Florida.
Yeah, I don't think it does work in Florida yet. I'm fairly certain there's not.
Well, right when you log in, you can look. So I'm logging in. New Jersey, Connecticut. I go down to the F's and no Florida. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not Florida, which is weird. It's like California, Florida, and Texas. Places like this don't have. What is the clapping? Was that? What? Did anyone hear that?
No.
Nope.
You didn't hear the golf clapping?
No.
Oh, I'm losing my fucking mind. All right. Maybe Morikawa did something in the back of my head. Next, Evan.
$4.99 from Mo saying, can Bill dress and drag next show to show Stay Cashin stands with the LQBTQ community?
Not for $4.99.
Yeah, maybe $499. Bill, how much would it take for you to dress and drag for a show?
I don't know. A lot more than $4.99.
Give a number. Give a number. Please give a number.
Please give a number.
I
will make sure we get that number.
That's great content, Bill.
I have no idea.
What do you think?
I don't know.
If you
I'm
had
not
to,
going to do it.
Gun to your head.
I'm not doing it.
Gun to your head.
I'm not dressing up as a woman.
I mean, what, just like a dress.
No.
You could still wear the hat and sweats.
No.
And a wig. And
Just
makeup.
what about a little French maid
And
outfit?
tits.
Yeah, maybe get some knockers.
I'd rather identify as a tree.
All right. Anything else, Harry?
That's it for headlines.
All right, cool. So let's talk a little baseball here with Joey Rackets. Joey, do you have a time schedule here? Do you have to get out for the kids or anything, or are you good for me?
I'm just in the parking lot at work, but we're good.
All
Just
right.
delivering pizza.
So let's talk a little baseball. We do have some bets here. Let's get these bets out early. Evan, if you're ready, I'm going to post some bets here. Let's put. Anyone have any 3:00 bets? We got the Rangers-Cubs game coming up. We'll do a little recap on what's gone on in the season so far. Rackets, do you have anything on Rangers-Cubs?
No, 3:00 is the Orioles, though. I'm on the Orioles plus 110.
Okay,
Obviously.
so we got Yankees, Orioles. Shocking, Rackets is on the Orioles. We have Yankees, Orioles coming up at 3:06, and we have Philly Reds coming up at 3:06. So let me see if I can copy some of these bets from my sheet here. Bill, what are you on for the?
You like the total in that, right, Tommy?
I love the total in it. Yeah.
I'm on Gleyber Torres stolen base plus 380. You got a better line. I didn't see that.
425 on DraftKings.
No, I think I saw DraftKings. I don't think it was.
Yeah, it was 425 before. It was DraftKings or MGM, one of them. I couldn't believe it because the other ones were 330.
Gleyber Torres over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That's at 3 also. And then also at 3, I'll give you one more. Trey Turner, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
If you could just delete the units off those. I just posted them in there, right, for my thing. All right. So I forgot one of them. So what I got, I like this Yankees-Baltimore over. Rackets, I'm sure you'll probably be on the same page there. You agree?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been slamming the Baltimore overs most of the year, strictly because I think their bullpen sucks. I think their pitching is below average, if not bad, and they have a good offense. I mean, listen, I've been saying it. I was the first one to cross the picket line on Rackets Orioles for their offense. This Orioles offense is good. It's deep. It turns around. I mean, even if you look, the big things for me that turned me from last year to this year was Frazier. The addition of Frazier, Rackets, I love Adam Frazier. So having him down there, moving Hayes down to the fucking 8 hole really extends that lineup. When he's hitting, he's off to a good start. And Gunnar Henderson, even though he's off to a terrible start, that's a deep lineup, dude. I love lineups where you can turn it around at the bottom. So when you're looking at Frazier, Hayes, and Mateo at the bottom, that's a good bottom. That could be a top of a lineup, unlike the Nationals. So,
yep.
I like that. There. And then both teams, obviously the Yankees don't have starting pitchers, Bill. Yankees just throw like Schmidt.
They're pitching all together, aside from Garrett Cole. Gone.
Literally, we came into the season with like Cole, Nestor, Rodon, Severino. But everyone's gone. We're bullpen days every day.
But look at the Yankees pitching staff. They have one of the lowest ERAs in baseball. So
yeah. I mean, listen, they managed to string it together because they have a lot of arms. But I mean, the fact that we're throwing
Garrett Cole, for all the shit that people talk, he is off to a great start. Probably the best start of any pitcher in baseball through the first 2 games. 0.76 ERA, some shit like that. 19 strikeouts.
This is the best start he's been off to since his 2018 season with the Astros.
Yeah. And looks like the Mets are about to pour it on here.
Looks like Cole's back to using the sticky stuff, which is nice to see now that they don't check for it anymore. That lasted a fucking year.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that didn't even last a year. The sticky stuff lasted
all they do
2 months, and then they were just like this to check the
They take their glove off, and then they just walk.
They were stripping guys at the fucking mound, making them take their belts off and shit at first. Now they walk off, and you see the pitchers volunteer it to the umps sometimes. Right. And the ump's like, you're fine.
What is getting in the way of a lot of players is this pitch clock and the batting clock on some guys. They just can't adjust right now. We saw the other day.
Machado, Alonso.
Manny Machado is just having issues with it. And we said it the other day.
He wouldn't have an issue with it if he didn't take a lap around the fucking box.
Dude, it takes forever.
Every single pitch.
Cookie Carrasco. The guy got a pitch clock violation, Rackets. We said right before the game even started. He didn't even throw a pitch. There it is. Oh.
Down!
What a catch.
Fuck.
And then he said at the end of the game, he's dead tired, he's winded, he's having a hard time with it. Well, I mean, that's what spring training was for.
Dude, you saw it Rackets yesterday in the Braves game. We had the Braves, obviously, and the Braves should have scored 100 runs. I don't know how they left fucking everyone on base and just fucked up every big spot. But you saw it in the Braves game, Rackets, when you saw the reliever, I forget who it was, the lefty on San Diego, who came in and got in a little bit of a jam, and he just had to keep going. He's
fucking trash.
But I saw it on his face how he was like, he wanted to like step off and relax. But once these relievers start to get in trouble in innings, they don't have time to compose. They got to just keep going. And that's why you're seeing a lot of these extended rallies happen late in games and a lot of teams coming back. It's going to be a big thing to keep an eye on.
And not him in particular, but you see a lot of it coming from the players that were in the WBC too, because none of those rules were there. Mm-hmm. So you get guys like Realmuto, who was complaining like, I can't slow my pitcher down, all this other stuff. No shit, dude. You were just playing in the WBC for 3 weeks where you could go out there and do it. So you weren't getting used to it. And a lot of those guys are the ones that are.
Ohtani's been struggling with it. Ohtani had a violation on the mound and on the plate the other day. Yep, he had a violation both. They post this, Bill.
First time ever.
They post the stat, Rackets. First player in Major League history to have a violation at the mound and at the plate. No shit, dude. He started a week ago, and he's the only guy that does both. What the fuck? Of course he's the first one. I mean, give me a fucking break. That was the dumbest fucking stat I've ever. They put a stat to fucking anything nowadays.
Just
But,
Get him in the record book anyway.
Just as the Mavs where they shoot Kyrie and Luka shoot from each side.
Yeah. So basically a couple bets right now. Let me put these out. Bill, what do you have? What is your final bets for the 3:00 games before we go on?
Oh, like I said, I have Glaber, stolen base, Glaber, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and Trey Turner, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs.
Okay, cool. I have Glaber, stolen base also, so we're both doing that. No one hears that clapping.
No.
Oh, I have the Masters thing open. And I guess when I have the Masters leaderboard open, and every once in a while, I guess it's like a feature when someone does something that it claps. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I have for the 3:00 games.
Fucking Lindor.
Fuck you, Mets. They got fucking 9 guys on every inning.
They have a team batting average of 208.
They're terrible, dude. It's a bad baseball team. I'm telling you. Their floor is so low. Their ceiling is half of what it was last year, and their floor is the 4th in the division. I have Baltimore Yankees over 7.5. It's minus 140 on that, over 7.5. It's 8 minus 105. I just did the 7.5 alt minus 140. I also have a parlay with the Yankees Orioles over 5.5 alt. That's like minus 3 and change or whatever it is. Parlayed with the Rays money line. That is minus 133. And then I did steals in the Yankees-Baltimore game for Torres, Volpe, Mullins, and Mateo. So I think we're going to see some run in that Baltimore game today. Which,
There's a fucking hit.
Are we going to run? Can he score?
Yeah, he's motoring.
Looks like he's falling down, motoring.
He got it. He's motoring.
Jesus Christ. Come on, get home. Oh, I thought they had another one. All right, second and third for the Mets, 3-0. Let's get these 2 in. Come on. So, yeah, I got steals for Mateo, Mullins, Volpe, and Torres. Torres plus 425. Let me see if I can find where I had that. Volpe plus 340, Mullins plus 310, Mateo plus 333. So, nice thing about that, you throw a unit on each of those. If one guy gets a steal, we're going to win 3 units. And even if the other 3 lose, we'll break even. So, all we need is one of those guys to steal, and then we're free rolling.
Real fast, Kababble has a soccer play. Lens.
I was going to say, I don't want Kababble's golf.
Lens, Lens, Lens. They are in France, Ligue 1. Lens over 2.5. Match total over 2.5. I will copy it. I will put it in.
All right.
And that's what he says. That starts at 3.
All right. So we got a comment in the chat. Let's see. Pandemonium dropped $5. Appreciate it, Pandemonium. Says the dog collar is from a Jet Li movie, Danny the Dog. Yeah. I knew it was from something. Yeah, it was from some movie or something. So that's talking about the Izzy Adesanya thing. Someone said the Yankees are 8.5 on FanDuel. Guys, every line is everything everywhere. If you want 7.5, just go to the alt. I mean, every line's available. You go to MGM, which I believe. What's that?
No, I was talking to Evan. That came out gray, but
all right.
Yeah, I got
it. All right.
MGM, you can get down to 3.5. So I think MGM is the best site to bet baseball, honestly, especially if you're betting totals and alt totals. What do you think, Bill?
Totals. I still like DraftKings for props. They're comparable, but DraftKings still sometimes a couple cents better. FanDuel's the
worst for props.
I've been going back and forth. The other day I had Soto, I think it was like plus 125 on DraftKings for over 1.5 bases, and then it ended up being minus 125 on FanDuel. So that's like a monster difference, guys.
I mean, you're talking like 40-cent differences.
Yeah, and then on the hits also, FanDuel will give you, say, like Trey Turner minus 440 for a hit. Somewhere else it'll be 250 max.
LeMahieu, for instance, is minus 120, 2+ bases on FanDuel. He's plus 105 on MGM. I mean, you're talking 25, 30 cents. These are big differences on those. And then even the totals, the alt totals. FanDuel's alt total here for the Yankees, 7.5 minus 156. MGM just moved up to 150. It was 140.
FanDuel's good is for bettors for pitching props because you could get alt strikeouts, even though they kill you on the juice. It juice the shit. So if it's a 4.5, guys totals a 4.5, say minus 110 strikeout. If you do 4+, you're paying minus 350, which is insane. For one more strikeout, you got to pay $3. Like, that's crazy. So.
Oh, we almost threw that away. Yeah, so I mean, you really need to have 2 or 3 books, especially during baseball season. At least FanDuel and one of MGM or DraftKings. MGM and DraftKings are very similar. I think they use the same live same game parlay stuff too. Like, they're very similar with what their lines and where they're at. But you need to have one of those. You need to have one of those 2 and FanDuel.
DraftKings is much better because they give you boosts every day. So you're going to get a same game parlay, 30%, whatever, or you'll get 100% boost on a baseball parlay. You get a lot of boosts. MGM doesn't really give you much. If you're choosing between the 2, I would go DraftKings.
Yeah.
And so, FanDuel does have strikeout props live 90% of the time.
I mean, and if FanDuel has a lot of shit live now all of a sudden, but they don't have strikeout props. Makes no sense. And you can't bet steals before the game. They don't have steals. It makes no fucking sense.
No steals before the game. They have steals during the game.
Steals during the game. Once the game starts, you can bet steals. But 5 minutes before the game, you can't bet steals.
That was the same thing with steals and turnovers for NBA.
Yeah.
They didn't have them before the game, but as soon as the game started, they would put them up.
So fun. They do that with the over 1.5 goals each period. They do that with.
Something with steals they don't like until the game starts.
They don't like that they're plus money and they could juice them up too high or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. But yeah, so work both sides together. Let's go through this baseball slate today. Again, yesterday, absolute smash. Go through it today. Phillies, Reds. I'm on the Phillies here, minus 180. You don't have to lay the 180 on this. You can you can get cute a couple ways. You can go Wheeler 5+ Ks and the Phillies to win. That's probably around like 130, 140. You could parlay it with the Rays or something like that. But I like the Phillies here with Wheeler on the hill. Hunter Green's a home run machine. Probably will get strikeouts, but he's going to give up a couple long balls. I might stab at a home run prop or 2 here for the Phillies. I'm looking at that right now. So Rackets and Bill, what do you think about that Phillies game?
The total was like really low on that game.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with Hunter Green here.
Me neither.
I think he gets a lot of strikeouts. He might give up a bomb or 2, but I don't think there'll be anybody on base for it.
Yeah, this should be a low contact, high impact type game where you're going to see a couple home runs from the Philly side. You're going to see probably 8-9 strikeouts too from the Philly side in the first 5 or 6 innings. So if you did want to stab, you could stab at some home run props here.
Like a Schwarber homer or something, maybe. But
yeah, let me see. What is
Schwarber only homers?
Schwarber's only plus 290 though. I can't hit that.
Yeah, no.
Trey Turner plus 500. I don't hate. I might tap that. I got a few minutes.
That total, it was 6.5. It's now 7. That kind of scares me. So
yeah. I don't see the Reds doing much against Wheeler here either. Let's go on to the next games here. Not a big slate, so we'll just run through the slate. I'm on the Mariners, as you can expect, plus 108 in this spot. Gilbert on the hill against Cleveland. Seems like the Mariners play Cleveland every fucking single day to start the season. But Mariners plus 108 for me. Rackets, any take on that game?
Cleveland at home, man. I like Cleveland a lot. They handle the Mariners lineup well. Know how to pitch to them. They pitch to them real well in Seattle. This one's in Cleveland. I'm probably on the Guardians. I don't know if I bet it pregame. I would expect the Mariners to at least have like a 1-0 lead or something, but I think the Guardians end up winning the game.
Bill,
I like Savali strikeouts. I might have something with that parlayed. I might alt him down or take the 4.5. I don't know, but I'm with Rackets on that one.
Minnesota Astros. I got the Astros on my do not bet list until Altuve comes back for right now, barring specific spots. Minnesota favored over the Astros today. Sonny Gray versus your kitty. I am tempted to go with the Twins here, Rackets, just seeing that they're favored over the Astros. I assume every donkey is going to be on the Astros. What are you looking at?
I would assume every donkey on the Stros. I don't hate the matchup with the Twins, dude. And our buddy Joey Gallo is one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now. So yeah, I understand I know he struck out a couple times in his last game, but he's still got an OPS of over 1,000 for the season. So
I mean, dude, it just proves my point, doesn't it? Like the me and Night Ghost argument's over. Like that's done. When I said Joey Gallo coming to New York, he just won't fit in big cities. You got to get this dude out of New York, and then he goes to fucking LA. Which is the same thing as New York. And now he goes to Minnesota. and all of a sudden he's got fucking 3 or 4 home runs to start the season.
Well, how about we get Hicks out of New York? I mean, how
I would
about
love to. I would love to bring
Well,
Carpenter
you guys don't
back.
like the middle of the lineup being Donaldson, Hicks, and IKF 5, 6, and 7. You don't like that?
Yeah,
why I mean, I don't know if anybody's been seeing, but Peraza and these rookies down there are tearing it up. They got to be in the lineup.
Yeah,
you got to get these guys up here. I mean, Hicks is just—it's not like they said on an article I read. This isn't the 1927 Yankees where there's no spot.
This is the right lineup today, though. Like, that's the one thing. It's the reason I like the over. Today, you got LeMahieu, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Torres, Oswaldo Cabrera, Trevino, Frenchie Cordero, and Volpe. So there's no IKF, there's no Donaldson, there's no fucking Hicks. That's the lineup. Like, so that's why I wouldn't go against the Yankees today with this lineup. I think there's going to be runs on both sides of this game, though. So nothing there. Pittsburgh and the White Sox. We got my boy, my love child, Lucas Giolito, against Galati's Pirates. I don't bet against the Pirates at home, and I don't bet against Giolito, so I'm just a clean pass on this. Rackets, I know you don't think Giolito's right.
Giolito's ass, bro. Pirates win this game. O'Neal Cruz goes yard.
I don't hate it. I'm staying off it totally. Bill, I know you got no play on that game there. What's the next game? My computer just froze. Here we go. San Fran versus the Royals. San Fran came through for us yesterday on that fucking over. His team's fucking smashing. Again, Royals are another team I don't go anywhere fucking near. I can't get them right. I'm staying off this one.
Royals, one of the worst offenses I've ever watched in my life. I can't.
It's really bad. It's really bad. And I can't trust the San Francisco offense. They scored 12 one day and then won't get a hit the next day.
Yeah, no.
Bill, anything on that?
Nope.
All right, Tampa, huge parlay piece. I already said I got the Tampa with the alt in the Yankee game. Rays are on fire. Minus 275, though. What are you doing with this, Rackets?
They've gotten a really easy schedule off the get-go this season, but they're doing, in the words of Bill Rupp, they're doing things that they're supposed to do. They're winning the games that they're supposed to win, and they're winning them convincingly.
That's what they do. That's why they're a fantastic regular season team. They beat the teams they're supposed to beat all the time.
And they do it, and they don't. It's not little shit.
And it's 5-0 in the third inning.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they go, but in the playoffs, that's where they don't have the gunners to really go out there. But they're a great regular season team. They're the Denver Nuggets of the fucking baseball. So, Bill, what are you doing with the Rays?
I got them parlayed with the Yankees, like you.
Okay.
Some type of team total and shit.
All right. Braves San Diego. I'm off this right here too, just because I don't really trust Schuster as much. Nick Martinez, Schuster, 9.5 total. Should be some runs here. May do some props. This game's at 7:00. I'm actually not on this on the side.
Yeah, I don't really have a strong take on this. I don't think the Padres are that good. Braves offense, I would lean there, and their bullpen is also better too. So I think the Braves end up winning the game. Probably a live spot though.
I'm hoping the Braves get down once Nick Martinez is about to come out, because that San Diego bullpen is fucking rancid.
Who's it? Who was it? Is it Chris Matt?
Chris Matt.
He's fucking trash.
T-Dub came in the chat. T-Dub came in the chat with the Padres logo as his avatar. And Chris Mack came in. He's like, congratulations, Braves backers. And it was over. Bill, anything on the Braves game?
No, I got them both teams to score about 5 runs. So
yeah, I think that's good.
Be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. Milwaukee, St. Louis here. Woodruff versus Flaherty. This should be a good game. Milwaukee minus 158. Rackets.
I was down on I am down on the Brewers for a whole this year, but the Cardinals, I don't know what's going on with their pitching staff, man. Flaherty looked good in his last start, but I'm still not buying it. The bullpen's still giving up runs. The Brewers probably win the game. I don't like the juice, but I lean the Brewers there, and probably a pretty close game.
Okay, Bill.
I'm not on that.
All right. Next game on the board here. Again, I just flipped over to look something up. Next game on the board, we have Jays versus the Angels. I am on the Angels here in this one. Bassett on the hill for Toronto. You guys know I predicted his downfall a year and a half ago. I do not like him. Not like anything I've seen out of him in the last year and a half. Now the Angels, given they put the full lineup in, I like the Angels in this minus 120.
Jays bullpen, both of these bullpens are ass, man.
Which is crazy because the Jays have one of the best bullpens like fucking a year and change ago.
Yeah, I don't really have a take on this game at all. I guess I would lean Blue Jays, but again, their pen is just not good.
I may go first 5 just to get away from that Angels bullpen. That Angels
Yeah,
bullpen
that's probably the first 5 is probably a play in there.
Yeah, I'll put the 120 out here, and then for the subs, I may change that, so don't put that in yet. Bill, anything Angels Blue Jays?
Looking at Toronto's team total over.
Okay. Be careful; they're not great versus lefties.
Yeah, still like it.
Which is weird because they got so many writers in their lineup. Colorado, Washington, Urena versus Gore. We yesterday had the Rockies as a max bet because I love my boy Freeland. Thought it was a great matchup for him against the soft hitting Nationals. 1-0. I think the 11th 1-0 game in the history of Coors Field. Didn't care as long as we came out on the right side. So we got the W there with the Rockies and my boy Kyle. Today, 11 total. Weather still hasn't warmed up in Coors, guys. We saw this the last couple of years. There was some opportunities to smash unders in Coors early in the year when this 57 degrees with a little wind blowing in today. Once that weather warms up, everything starts flying out of the park. But it's been cold out there in Coors. I don't hate the under, but I am actually going to be doing Chris Bryant total bases. Bryant looks locked in. He looks great to start the season. A couple hits yesterday. I like him in this spot today. So I have him to get a hit with Arias. Arias already hit. So subscribers, we have a max bet pending on Bryant to get a hit. And I'm going to do Bryant's bases over 1.5 plus 100. So I'm going to go Chris Bryant total bases over 1.5 plus 100. What do you guys like in this Coors game?
I was going to take the team total, but after that 1-run game, like you said, till it warms up, I'm not touching it.
I just don't like anything under 65-70 out there in Colorado. I don't really like it. Rackets.
Rockies are one of the few teams I really don't watch all that much. I don't have a take on them.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Chris Bryant looks good. The Jerickson profile looks great in the field. It's a good lineup. It's just I'm not. Charlie Blackman probably won't be in today against the lefty.
Charlie Blackman and Volpe are bottom 5 in all of Major League Baseball right now in exit velocity. So.
Oh, Charlie Blackman is fucking. I don't know how he has any hits.
Yeah,
it's been insane. And the final game on the slate: Dodgers, Kershaw, Diamondbacks, Bumgarner. Dodgers minus 230. Rackets.
I feel like the Dodgers always have trouble with the Diamondbacks. Like they could be 5-0, but by the end of the game, it's 5-3, 5-4. The Diamondbacks just don't stop, man. I wouldn't mind the runs in this, taking the run line in this game plus 1.5. I think they keep it close. I like to kind of like the Snakes a little bit.
I might be looking at an over in this. I'm not a big Kershaw guy, as you guys know, and Snakes at home.
They run a lot too. Diamondbacks run a ton.
Yeah, I may be.
They get somebody on base and they just run.
No play on this for me right now, but I may be looking at it over for later. Maybe alt something with another Chris Bryant play. Bill, what are you looking at for again?
Yeah, I'm looking at over also.
Yeah.
But as of
is that bet still on DraftKings, the highest scoring game of the day? Is that still on there? Because if you don't like the Coors game was only like plus 300 on that bet. That would put value on every other game.
You got to do that. You got to do it early in the morning.
I think I do it before the first game starts.
They don't do it. They don't
Mets
keep it
like
live.
Mets game already started.
No,
so
you got to do it before the game starts.
Yeah, I would have liked to do the Yankees on that. I think that game could get wild.
That was like plus 1,200 too.
Yeah.
I looked at that earlier.
Thanks for the heads up.
I mean, I didn't know. I just looked at Coors and I was like, oh, Coors is on the slate. I'm just not.
Yeah, no, I don't worry about Coors until May, June. All right. Anything else on baseball there you want to touch before we pivot?
Not really, man. It's funny that to see the Yankees treat the Orioles like an actual MLB team though, and trot out their A lineup against them.
Actually, I think it's the other way around. I think Aaron Boone thinks this is his B lineup. I think that's what just happened. Aaron Boone accidentally put his A lineup out, trying to put his B lineup out.
So on DraftKings, you could actually parlay series.
That's what I wanted to do this year. I wanted to do more series betting. I have that in my notes.
I was looking at that today. I do like the Yankees and Rays. Yankees minus 155, Rays minus 425. You parlay them both together, it's plus 103.
Where do you find that?
It's under
series props. Okay.
Baseball says series props. So I do like those two parlay together for plus 103. I'm gonna take that. I'll put it in the thing, Ev.
I got it.
Is Cole throwing this weekend?
I mean, he hasn't pitched in a couple days, so I would assume so.
I'll let you know in a minute. Let's see.
I think Schmidt's the 2, right? Didn't
No, they don't even fucking know what the
No, they've been mixing it up.
did they switch it up?
They're retarded.
So the Yankees have Schmidt, Kramer. Then they have Nestor Cortez versus Irvin, and then Herman versus undecided.
Oh yeah, I like that. I would take the Orioles in that series, but
Over every game, except the Nestor game.
Except the Nestor game.
Yeah,
Well, like I said, I'm on Yankees race plus 103.
All right. Let's move over to the Masters. Bill, what do you think of your boy Tiger?
I really haven't seen what he's doing today. I mean, he's old now. He's done.
He got old from a month and a half ago when you loved him.
This was last year, Tommy? Oh,
No, you liked him to make the cut the last tournament.
no,
Yeah.
I never put it out though.
I mean,
Last
you were
year was
talking
when
about
I was arguing about when we betted on it.
Mhm.
But he's just a figurehead now. They want him there on Sunday with his red shirt. I mean, they kind of need it since Brooks Koepka looks like he's running away with this.
I mean, I will be so excited if a live. Listen, I got Morikawa, who is -6. He's in 4th right now, behind Brooks, who's just running away, -12 up at the top. But if it's not Morikawa, I am praying it's someone from the Live Tour because I think that would just be an apocalypse.
Yeah, I think Koepka winning it will be crazy.
Yeah.
What's Rahm doing today?
Rahm is at 7 under for the tournament. He's even on the day through 6.
Yeah, the weather's coming in now. It's starting to rain.
Yeah.
Then windy. Tomorrow's going to be really windy and crazy. That's why Koepka's got a huge advantage.
Having a lead right now.
He got through 2 clean days, great weather. He got to play through. And now, like I said, if he messes up and he goes 2 under or even or 2 under or 2 over and an even, he still can win this thing. So
yeah, he's got the cushion. It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm pissed about the Morikawa thing because he should be like -10. I mean, some horrible misses for pars that he should have been there, but a good showing from Tommy G. Having a
Koepka should have a couple more birdies too.
Koepka could easily be -16. That's possible.
Yeah.
D-Rock, our boy in the chat, dropped Abe Answer top 20 plus 230. He has now him and Price. We have the best golf team in America. It's not even close. Like I said, D-Rock's won 17 in a row, and you guys know what Price could do.
18 now, actually. He just cashed another.
18. I mean, it's fucking insane. It's literally an ATM machine. So we will have head-to-heads for tomorrow and Sunday at 4deepbets.com. If you'd like to join in and tell someone who's won 18 straight head-to-head bets over the last 3 weeks, you might want to get signed up. Little perk, 2 months, get 1 month free. Go there, sign up. Or you can do a week, whatever you want to do.
Tom, you want to hear this?
Yes, sir.
Just announced. Kyrie Irving and 5 Mavericks ruled out for must-win game. All-star guard Kyrie Irving and 4 key Mavericks role players will sit out Friday night's home game against the Bulls in a must-win game. The Mavs need to win to avoid elimination. Tim Hardaway Jr., Josh Green, Max Keebler, Christian Wood.
Whoever it is, why?
Kyrie, all sitting out. I don't know what the Mavs are doing. Guess they just don't want to make the playoffs.
I mean, I just can't understand. I mean, we watched LeBron James the other day in what was one of the biggest games of the year. Not even trying the first half. 0 rebounds, 1 for 6. He threw the game. He was fixing the game 100% the first half.
He had 4 turnovers in the first half that led to 12.
And he was like throwing him behind his back.
I've never seen him make passes like that.
4 turnovers leading to 12 points the other way and just 0 rebounds. I mean, he was literally not even trying. Rebounds, but he had 8 in the second half.
It wasn't even that. It wasn't even just him. The rotation that they had him on.
Everything was
6 minutes on.
He only played 13 minutes in the first half.
Made no sense. I
mean, it's literally your game to stay. Like, I'm telling you what was going on in that game. He was throwing that game. They were throwing that game. That's why they balled out in the second half to make it close because they're already down 20. And then all of a sudden they get down 7 and they pulled out Anthony Davis, fucking Reeves, and D'Lo. Pulled them all out at the same time in the middle of the run. It made no sense what they were doing, but it does make sense if you think about it from the perspective of the standings, where when you look at the NBA standings right now, The place you don't want to be, because let me just pull the playoffs up here. So Denver's the 1, Phoenix is the 4, Clippers are the 5, and then whoever will be the 7 and 8 will be decided by the play-in game. But if you're looking going into the playoffs, you have Phoenix and Denver on the same side of the bracket, right? So you have the 1-8 and the 4-5 matchup over here. Phoenix is locked into the 4, Denver's locked into the 1. The other side of the bracket is the Grizzlies and the Kings. Which one? Rackets, without following basketball very heavily, who would you rather be on the side of, the Grizzlies and Kings or the Suns with Durant and the Nuggets?
Yeah, Grizzlies and Kings.
Right. You want to be on that side. So I think they're all trying. The Lakers could have moved into the 5 spot with a win the other day. I think they're trying to stay the fuck away from the Suns and the Nuggets. More the Suns than the Nuggets, I would say. But either way, looks like right now, still kind of up in the air, but it looks kind of solid. Let's see. It looks like we are going to get that Sacramento Golden State Warriors bill, hopefully. So hopefully that plays out. What do you got tonight for NBA, Bill Rupp?
Bro, you can't. There's nothing. You can't bet any of this right now. You just have to be a fan. There's nobody. People aren't playing, guys. You
just saw the Sixers lose by 30 to the fucking.
Yeah, you have to wait until lineups and stuff like that. I mean, you could just take long shots if you want, like the Magic over the Nets. But I wouldn't bet any of these games, bro.
You got a couple games left. Just sit
there's
tight.
2 games left. Just wait for the playoffs. I mean, you got another great game tonight, Suns Lakers. So are the Lakers going to try? I mean, I have no idea.
Lakers are minus 13.
Yeah, because the Suns are sitting everywhere.
Suns just clinched the 4 seed yesterday. But that is where you do have the opportunity. Those 1 or 2 games. I mean, every spread on the board today is insane. 11.5, 11, 8, 8.5.
Because the Kings are sitting
9,
everyone.
13, and then you have a 2-point spread in the Celtics game. But everyone's sitting at 1. But what there is opportunities yesterday, I knew Phoenix needed the win to lock up the 4 seed. They went down 6, put it out live, minus 130, and they ended up running away with the 4th quarter. So we have had some live betting opportunities on the NBA. We can't really bet anything pregame right now. No. Let's move over my computer. I gotta fucking clean this thing out. I've watched too much porn on this thing, I guess. It's just fucking freezing left and right. What's next, Evan?
I'm gonna hop off before UFC so I can get my bets out to the subs so I can get back to work. So all right. I'll see you.
Cool.
Later.
All right, later. Hockey.
There's no hockey.
There is no
hockey tonight. All right, so there is no hockey. There is college hockey yesterday. Smashed the Frozen 4 overs. So we're going to be all over that when that happens. I don't know when that game is. It should be coming up. But the Minnesota Quinnipiac Frozen 4 finals. This is the finals of the college hockey. Bet the over. Take the over on that game. I can't even get on a site right now. So bring Mike in. I'm just
waiting
stuck.
For him.
My computer's absolutely stuck. So the Frozen 4 overs were fire yesterday.
Does Boston beat the Devils?
Yes.
Because the Devils need this. The Devils could.
Who cares? Bill, who needs what? It's the Bruins. Doesn't matter what they need. They're going to be better because they need.
Devils need to win to go against Carolina to take over first place in the division. So, how much does Boston really want?
Boston needs to win to break the all-time record. That's way bigger.
How much does Boston really want it?
No, they do. They got it. Here's the other thing with Boston. They got to win now. Because if they can get this done in the next 2 games, then they could sit everyone for the last 2. So if you're Boston, you don't want to be coming into that situation like the Bulls had to when they were chasing the record. And a lot of these teams, the Warriors, when they're chasing the record, all of a sudden you got to decide between your health and the record for the playoffs. They want to get this done now. They want to bang, win this, take a week off, sit players for a couple games, and then head into the playoffs. So I think Boston's full tilt all in. Looking to just, right? Yeah. I mean, that's not even a question. This record is actually probably a negative right now for the coaching staff. I wish they didn't have it. But Mikey.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
How we doing, my friend?
Howie, Dewey?
How we doing? So
we
got a huge card this weekend. 2 fantastic fights up at the top. Should be a ton of viewership here with Masvidal Burns and Pereira versus Adesanya. But what are we looking at? Talk to us.
So, love the card. I'm going to give two bets here today, and got to sign up at 4 deep. I love this card. We're going all in on this one. But we're going to start with a feature spot. I talk about real estate on these cards all the time. And before McGregor became McGregor, he owned this spot. And then we saw Sugar Shane own this spot. And what it is, it's the opening fight on a pay-per-view card. So if you're not the main event or the co-main, you want to be the opening fight. It's usually a showcase, and that's a spot they have Paul Rosas Jr. in, who we know from Contender Series, became the youngest fighter ever to sign a UFC contract. Then they featured him in his UFC debut. He comes in, he gets a great win, with the hat on and the music. And I think he's in another great spot here. And he's a very aggressive grappler and a good wrestler. And he has 5 of his 7 wins by submission. And he's facing an opponent here who has tight boxing, but a decent ground game. And I think it's another showcase fight. And at almost 2-1 on my money for a submission. I like Rojas Jr. by submission plus 170. So that's your first free bet.
I love that kid. I fucking love that. What's his inside the distance? They
continue to feature him, right? And they're force feeding him here on the first fight of a pay-per-view in a featured spot. So it's a big spot for him, and the UFC's a business, as we know, with what just happened with WWE too. So they give him a good opponent. And
so that's what we wanted to talk about. We were going to talk about that earlier in the week. Let's talk about that real quick now. We said on Wednesday, we'll wait till you get here to discuss it. So what's going on? What's your take with the whole WWE UFC situation that's going on with that little merger?
I think it's all about content. 2 of the most valuable sports properties in the world. I mean, WWE has been doing it forever. I mean, they're pay-per-view kings, right? And then number 2 would be UFC. So they have that locked up, and then streaming and rights and network television. And then spearheading it all is the man, Ari. They fucking made Entourage after him, Ari. Ari Gold is Ari Emanuel, and now they own the UFC and WWE. So huge deal. They're going to control all the live sports properties, leverage it. It's a good deal for everybody.
All right, so you think it's a win for all parties?
Exposure for the UFC fighters and for WWE.
All right.
Let me add one more thing to that. What was very interesting is that the WWE social media handles, I didn't realize how big they are. They were saying about whether it was YouTube or something, however many hundreds of millions. And so, it's a deal all around: social, digital, content, sports, tickets, everything.
Did Marte just go yard? Hold on.
Yes, he did.
Let's go. No steal, but we'll take the run. Marte home run. Big Mo in the chat said, Mike, are we back in the truck up on Pfeiffer Rosas parlay?
It's funny you say that.
And he says also, he also added, also, Izzy is shook, he said. So comment on both of those.
I agree. So not going to back the truck up because we did bet Rosas, if you recall, on the Contender Series by sub, and he actually didn't get the sub, although it was a different situation, and he got the dominating win. So if I'm narrowing my path, I wouldn't back it up per se.
Well, no. I think he's saying the Rosas Pfeiffer parlay, just Rosas to win.
I like it, but I like more so rather than laying that at 400 or whatever it is on him to take 2-1 on my money, at plus 170. But I don't want to correlate it with Pfeiffer. I do like Pfeiffer, but that's another story. I do think that I like Pfeiffer, but not as easy as everybody looks there.
All right. Did you have another play? Did you say you had 2 plays for here?
Yeah, I got to go with my man, bro. The fucking main event, Alex Pereira.
Yep.
And whoever said, that was the second part of your statement, is that somebody said, is he shook?
That was
now,
yeah.
keep in mind, the mentality of this. They fought 3 times. Pereira knocked him out twice, right? And yes, the argument is, well, Izzy was winning that fight until, well, guess what? That's a big fucking word, until he got knocked the fuck out again, right? So now the theory, it's the truth. So anyone's going to argue, well, Izzy's going to wrestle again, or he was winning up until then. But there's so much involved with fighting that's mental, even outside of, the skill set, right? Pereira, at the end of the day, is a bigger, stronger, more of a power puncher, where Izzy does have the technicalities. But he also has in the back of his head, this is it for him. He lost to this guy 3 times, and sometimes that happens. Certain fighters can't beat certain fighters. And if you're going to give me plus money, so I'm going to bet Pereira plus 120 on the guy that's 3-0 with 2 knockouts over the other guy. Yeah, man. I think he might even knock Izzy out faster this time.
I loved it last time. I loved it last time. I love it more this time. Plus 120, Pereira.
I had an underdog, Tommy.
Dude.
And even look at the Rosas.
It's maniacal.
I'm getting 170 on that.
It's
I mean,
maniacal.
the kid is really a submission guy. I mean, there's a lot of good spots like that this week.
Rosas is going to get it to the mat.
You're like, wow.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
Rosas is going to get it to the mat. Oh, I wish that was Marte stealing.
Yeah, he's bigger. He's 2 inches bigger.
He's going to get it to the mat, and if he does, he's a viper. The one thing I will say, I'll give a play out here, Ev. I'm sure Mike agrees with it. Obviously, going with Rosas in this spot, but I'm going to parlay on DraftKings minus 137. I'm going all in back to truck on Raul Rosas Jr. and Gilbert Burns money line minus 137. Mike, do you have a take on that Burns fight? I thought Masvidal's been done since he got his big fucking contract. I think he's all mouth right now.
I agree with you on Burns. I mean, obviously it's a big line, but if you're going to do something like that, I'm okay with it. But I just think he's got him covered everywhere. I mean, Burns is the better wrestler, the better grappler. Masvidal has power, and Burns has been knocked out before. And this fight is in Miami, and I do factor a little that towards Masvidal. But
that's
Burns
important for Masvidal. That's the only reason he's even live.
Yeah, it's what?
That's the only reason he's even live, because the thing with Masvidal is he, in my opinion, I was been off him since he got his first bag. You know, the thing about Masvidal is he was a dog, right? He's from the streets. He's a gangster, you know, bare knuckle boxer. Like, he was that guy who fought because he loved to fight, didn't fight for money. And then once he got the money, now he's like fucking showboat. Like, that killer's gone. Like, he's not, I don't see him willing to die in the ring anymore like he used to be. And the bottom line, Mike, he had like 15 losses when he blew up too. It's not like he was an elite UFC fighter before that. So without that dog in him to murder and die in the ring, I don't think he's anything.
You know, I agree with, you know, most things that you just said, you know, especially when any fighter gets paid, and you see that with everybody, but, you know, him especially, because to your point, he started with Kimbo fighting in boatyards and, you know, bare knuckle street fighting, then had a big career, right? But he was middling for most part. And then towards the end of his career, he had another like resurgence, and he had that big Van Askren knockout, right? Then he beat Nate Diaz in Madison Square Garden for the BMF belt, you know, but then he got starched by fucking Hazmat, and, you know, he had 2 losses in a row. And I just
got his head knocked off by fucking Usman. Usman almost took his head clean off his neck.
Yeah. You know, it's just, you know, I think Burns is the better fighter. I mean, there's a lot of spots like that too with some other fighters. Carl Williams, you know, is another one of those dominant favorites who should win, and I'm comfortable being a parlay piece. But, you know, I don't want to give it all away here. But
no, get over there, get signed up. We got Masters clocking. We got baseball in full effect, basketball playoffs coming, hockey playoffs coming. We're in betting fucking college hockey right now. And then the UFC in full gear. So, Mikey.
NCAA hockey.
That's great. We're Frozen 4. So cool. All right, Mikey. We'll talk to you later.
All right. So, pay-per-view tomorrow. We'll see you for the Voice and Bet show tomorrow in Stay Cashin.
All right. Cool. Later, bud. All right. Silly Billy Rupp.
I'm on PFL tonight, Tommy. Larissa Pacheco.
That little fella.
Yeah,
that's a boy.
She beat our Kayla Harrison.
Because she's a boy.
For the $1 million.
Because she's a boy.
Last year.
As a boy.
I think she just destroys Julia Budd tonight. It's minus 1,000, so I will take it like in some
inside the distance.
Yeah, with Aspen Ladd. Olena, she's going against Olena Olasinki Kakiwaka.
That sounded good.
Yeah.
Olasinki Kakiwaka?
Yeah. Both of those, and maybe with Gilbert Burns, some type of parlay with all 3 of them. But I think Pacheco is 100% that little man boy.
The little fella.
She is just going to destroy Julia Budd tonight. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, this is that's a man. I mean, it's unfortunate. Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's a man, though. That's a man fighting women.
So I'm gonna figure out some type of MMA parlay where I get.
All right, here you go. Pacheco to win by TKO, DK. It's basically double chance inside the distance. Pacheco minus 190.
Well, I mean, there you go.
That's great.
How do you not bet that?
How do you not bet it, Bill? It fits the Tommy G system too. Over minus 700 favorite inside the distance. That hits it like 85% of the time. So
I mean, she's just like I said.
I'm just taking it straight. Let's just do that straight.
Yeah, after I seen her beat Kayla Harrison for that $1 million, I mean, she even said like, the only thing worries me a little bit, like you said, once they get the money.
Yeah.
Because she did say her life has changed drastically since that win.
She's
So-
still always going to have the advantage of having a penis.
That is very true. That is very true.
That is important. That she will still be a biological man fighting women.
She said she had to prepare mentally for this weight of being a champion. She also had to prepare for all the new friendships, in quotes, that would come now that she was an MMA champion with $1 million.
All right. Okay, interesting. I'm going to add another one onto here, Evan. So I'm going to do Pacheco inside the distance tonight, PFL, and I want everything I can tied to Rosas tomorrow. And I'm going to pair that with Rosas tomorrow. This kid is a superstar.
They stopped the Masters for weather. I knew they were.
Plus 116, Evan. Pacheco inside the distance, Rosas money line, plus 116. That'll be the final bet of this show. Bill, any automotive sports that you're looking at? Or
no, because everything is on Saturday and Sunday, and on the truck series, you got a whole bunch of Cup guys coming down again, racing. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something, but I hate when they do that.
All right. That'll be it. Evan Hand, final words.
See you on Tuesday.
Only 86 likes. That was a pathetic showing.
Wow.
86 likes. See, I didn't notice it either. If we're not on top of them, bad showing, guys. No free week. No free week.
Sad.
Final words.
See you on Tuesday.
C-U-N-T, Evan says. See you next Tuesday.
See you
Bill Rupp.
Collect on Monday.
Collect on Monday. We will be collecting every day going forward. I would like to thank Joey Rackets, Constantino, Bill Rupp, Evan Hand. Get over to 4deepbets.com. You can see on the bottom of the screen here. MLB season is here. Buy 2 months, get 1 month free. That's for everything, DFS, gambling, or the combo package. Head over to 4deepbets.com. Get in there. Fuck with us for the next 3 months. We will be lubing up and having much sex with our FanDuel and DraftKings accounts. For the boys, I'm Tommy G. See you guys Tuesday. Good luck. Stay cashing, motherfuckers.
Let's go!